everybody, welcome to another open mic podcast. I always like to just lay it out of what this show is, and that is that nothing is off the table. We just talk about everything. We just get in that carnival ride and see what happens. I'm so excited to have my girls back, the blondedashians, Stephanie Nelson and Kristen Nemeth. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Looking fab.
So happy to be here.
Looking so fabulous.
Happy to be back.
Yeah, so tonight's topic, which is really interesting because I read somewhere, this journalist wrote, I feel like the majority of people in America have ADHD, so I try not to stick with a topic too long. So I don't know if you've noticed, but the Sean P. Diddy Combs amazingly, just an amazing story, which we're going to break down.
Yeah.
It's like, what's happening now? And we know that too. So anyway, welcome to the show. The first thing I want to say is, and you and I have talked about this, I don't remember if you and I have, but this kind of got kicked off by people that had the guts to say what was really happening in Hollywood. And people go missing.
Oh yeah.
That takes a lot of guts. So somebody like Corey Feldman.
Yes.
He has been sounding the alarm for
years.
And everyone thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
And now look, Wendy Williams.
Oh, yes.
Another one, totally knowing what was going down, didn't fear it, put it
No.
right out there. And what I think really kicked this off to another level was Cat Williams.
Yes, for sure.
So in January, Cat Williams went on the Club Shay Shay podcast.
What, is that Shannon Sharp?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
And I remember watching it, and Cat Williams is, he's a comedian, so he's got a funny way of speaking, and he's very entertaining, but what he was saying was so jaw-dropping, because he was basically saying, if you want to make it in Hollywood, with songs or with movies or whatever, you're going to have to succumb to the things that were going on at his house. Yes. And Cat Williams was so direct about it. He's like, I had to protect my integrity down there. You know what I mean? And I was
and
like,
they offered him $5 million.
They offered him $5 million because he said, I turned down $5 million three times, and I'm like, why? What kind of role was it? I was like, what's wrong with the movie? It's like, oh, it's not a movie. No.
Real life.
So I think that, because that went viral, people just were like, wait a minute. And I think we're at a place where people are kind of hearing the buzzes and saying, maybe there's some truth to, enough with the covering. You go back to something like 30 Rock, and there's so many innuendos about Harry Weinstein, and so there's this layer of people that have known, but they didn't have the guts to do what some of these people are doing, like Cat Williams.
You think about what's going on with the Epstein files right now, and there's all these leaks about who was there and who wasn't there, and
there are people that think the Diddy list and the Epstein list are the same list.
Absolutely.
So that would make sense. They were both in New York. They were both billionaires.
Yep.
Yeah.
Felt like they were untouchable, right?
Yeah.
No one will ever question this.
Well, I think the other thing, too, that is sad is that someone like P. Diddy, if you don't know anything, okay, and you were in your hip-hop days, your J-Lo, early 90s.
You're in the 90s.
You're in the 90s with the, and the crop top and what have you.
He got in trouble for having the gun at the club,
Yeah.
right? That was 100 years ago.
J-Lo.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he represented a whole group of kids that, grew up in inner city, and, he got the key to the city. And, people were like, if he can do it, I can do it.
Right.
And little does anybody know, that this whole other world is going on.
Right.
And so that makes me sad, because I feel like, it's great to have an idol. It's great to have somebody to look up to. And, even
And especially the story that it was, right? Coming from that background.
Oh my God, totally.
But then to take that power and...
Right, and those clips now of Justin Bieber with,
Oh.
I've got him for 48 hours or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of hours.
Right? Looking back, on that whole situation.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I kind of look at it as this circle of evil, this big circle, and then you've got these tentacles.
Right.
Sean P. Diddy Combs, Harry Weinstein, Hugh
Epstein,
Hefner,
yep.
Epstein. Supposedly, Sean.
That's actually kind of a funny Freudian slip there. Did you just say Hepstein? I'm sure a lot of hep came out of those parties.
Yeah, it was like Freudian.
Right?
There's stories that, and I'm starting to believe everything now, that there's tunnels under Sean P. Diddy's
Yes.
Combs' house that brings you to Hefner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, down in the old caves.
Yeah, I
Back and
think,
forth.
I think
A lot of
that
action happening underground.
I struggle with you want to know, but then it's so disturbing. And then it's like you can't see it,
yep,
unfeel it,
unhear it.
unhear it. I mean, not that anyone thought, wow, that P. Diddy, he's such a solid kid. Like, I just don't think you ever want your brain to go there, that it was that
Right.
gross.
Like maybe he
and
just
cruel.
had a lot of women.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, no, he just had a lot of women. No, it was vile.
Well, I think what's interesting too about him is, yeah, it was like, there was no limits, right? It was kids that were underage. There were men
Yep.
and women.
Yep.
I think the other thing that's interesting about his scenario versus someone like Epstein is that if you were someone that really wanted to be like a hip hop star, you were gonna like put yourself in harm's way, not realizing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And
oh,
he
we'll come-
pounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, let's go over your contract.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're in a
my
cave.
basement. Yeah,
You're
or
in
a
a freaking
cave.
cave on the way to Hugh Hefner's house. You didn't even see it coming.
No idea
You're
what
not
was
even
going
prepared. Yeah, so that was
awesome.
one of the things that came out when I watched some panels talking about P. Diddy. I feel like he has so many names.
I know. Just give us the one
whatever.
name.
Should I just say Sean? Do we know who we're talking about?
Yeah,
But it doesn't
go
matter.
with Sean. Or go with
Sean
Diddy.
sounds too wholesome,
Yeah,
though.
go with
does.
Diddy.
Right?
Go
I
with
feel
Diddy.
like Dirty Diddy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we can't call him Sean,
Yeah.
So one of the things
That's
that
like a Bible name.
right? Sean
Yeah, well, I
sounds
know
like
it's
your
like an
neighbor,
Irish-
right?
Yeah, well, it's my great nephew's name, Sean
Okay.
Mikey.
Okay, yeah,
we
we'll go- we
can't,
can't,
yeah,
no.
we can't
We're going with
associate
Diddy.
that. Yeah. But the thing that came out in this panel, and I think it was a TMZ, was that if Diddy was just a regular guy, wealthy but regular guy, somebody like Cassie, she stayed with him for 10 years, and that's, you can look at that so many different ways. You can say, yeah, she was frightened.
Yep.
She didn't want to die.
Right.
Or you could say, well, she already sued him and she got $2 million and now she's back in it. So that is, I think she kind of shot herself in her
Right.
own foot.
Well, her
Right.
text messages too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really make a RICO charge stick or a racketeering charge stick if she's multiple texts from her saying, ready to go, can't wait for the next freak off, can't wait for the next King's freak off.
Right.
Like on and on and on.
Right.
And maybe she just was so in.
Oh, she was brainwashed for
Totally,
sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
I can't
agree.
even watch that video of her getting dragged down the hall by him.
In the elevator
hotel.
bank?
Oh, I can't even watch it. And
Well,
she-
and isn't it fascinating that even needed to be questioned? Like,
Right.
he's kicking her
Right.
on the floor.
Dragging
She's
her.
trying to get out.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's
what are
how
we missing?
distorted this whole thing is, that we see something like that, and there's this group of people that say, well, what led to it? What does that matter?
running for her life.
Like, well, we don't know what happened beforehand. He's abusing her
Right.
on camera. I don't care what prompted it. He's twice her size, maybe more. I mean,
I couldn't agree with you more. And then, like Bill Maher, who I'm not a fan of, just so we're clear. Sorry, Bill.
Tell him to his face.
Okay,
Right
Bill,
to his
telling you
face.
this is going straight
Right.
to you. He
but
said
that might give him a chance to find out why you're upset with him, and you
That's
guys could
true.
chat.
We could.
Right.
No, it's so, they were talking about Cassie, and, she was only like 18 or 19 when she met him. And then he says, well, she's a grown girl now, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, maybe not.
No.
Maybe you get abused at 18.
She didn't
and
grow up.
you have arrested development.
Yes.
And you're a
Exactly.
child.
Right.
So, like, even Bill said, oh, well, don't tell your friends. Go straight to the police. Oh, okay, Bill. Like,
I know.
are you kidding?
Oh, you're terrified.
You're terrified.
He's
The fact that
so
no one's
not-
chasing him and no one wants to put anything in his drink and nobody wants to
Right,
have him in a
right,
cave.
right.
It's just,
Right. He's not getting invited to the parties.
Right, he's not, he's not in it, so he doesn't really know. But yeah, so that's what makes it interesting. And to your point, the fact that he didn't get racketeering because of the conversations back and forth, that seemed normal. Now, if they were, probably not.
Right.
But,
And we don't have any context in those conversations, like, we don't know the back and forth that was going on. But the other thing with the racketeering charge is they would have had to have proven at least 2 things were involved to show that it was an organized
yes.
thing. And they were not able to do that, which is so disappointing.
It's disappointing because it's really there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
for
kind of
sure.
the backbone.
And that's the thing that's mind-boggling to me. How were they not able to? How
They
could
have
they not?
kidnapping. They have
Trafficking.
they have bribery. I'm thinking, I don't know if they can prove that with the hotel staff. I think he bribed them.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
I mean, you can come up with 2 to make a racketeering charge stick, but
Yeah, I think the
I
other
don't think
thing
they
that,
tried that hard.
exactly, and the other thing is that what's scary, I saw this other clip, again, no housework being done at all at the Nolan home. It's like,
Cheers to that.
I know.
Fran's like,
Cheers
what are you
to
doing now? I'm like,
ADHD.
research, I'm doing research. What was I gonna say, something about,
You saw another clip.
I saw another clip, yes, I saw another clip where this guy said, if you knew everything, you wouldn't be able to handle it. Like, this is so big.
Right. Yeah.
This is like I said, they got the tentacles, and so I don't know how far it goes up, but
Right.
you can't run a sham like this for 20 years without police,
Right.
Exactly.
or their own security staff.
Right.
I mean,
Everyone was paid,
Yeah,
and everyone was part of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
and like Hugh
totally.
Hefner, he never left the property. He put all his employees, in harm's way, including like one of his longtime girlfriends who talks about it now. She's totally, a mess because she was young
Yeah.
again, and it's like, oh wow, he likes me. That's the other thing too, because we're all kind of girly girls.
Are you talking about Kendra? Was she talking about that? Kendra Wilkinson?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, but there's a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
that,
Yes, she's not the
Oh,
only
there-
one, but she.
oh, there's
I
a
feel-
bunch.
There's a, well, yeah. No, but like when I was a kid, like you guys know, I mean, I was fascinated with Hollywood and, I would have been a Disney kid.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yes.
And so I gravitate, or I think about like how, sort of lucky I was that I didn't have parents that had any interest in my interests, if you will.
Wasn't it go upstairs to the attic and play make-believe,
Yeah,
Julie?
yeah.
Isn't
Play
that
school.
what?
Did you have to play school?
Well, we had to do homework in the attic, and then when I know what it was. I said, imagine me asking my parents if we could go to Nashville.
Right.
Because remember with Taylor
Yeah.
Swift, I can just picture myself talking to my father. Yeah, go to the attic and pretend it's Nashville.
Pretend.
Go ahead, we'll see
Yep.
you. We'll see you for supper.
Right? But think he saved you.
Totally. But no, but
Exactly.
that's the other thing about grooming, right? Is they know who
Right.
they're dealing with.
Right.
Like they knew that Virginia Giuffre, who worked at Mar-a-Lago and then got over to the Epstein situation, they knew she was like
Right.
homeless.
Right.
And,
No.
and so.
But you also think about, what about the adults that were at these parties that saw these kids? They're
All
equally, they're
involved.
complicit,
They're all
right? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
if you're at a party and you're into whatever you're into, and you see a 15, a 16, a 17-year-old, how are you not compelled to say, no, this is wrong?
Well, and that's the thing, right? You've got parents that are so greedy. Like they
Oh.
look at their children as monetary.
Absolutely, there's my
Like,
golden
oh,
ticket.
She's very pretty. Let's get her to the Hugh Hefner and get her in the magazine and get her. And it's like,
So wrong.
And Justin was trying to warn someone, and I forget if it was Selena Gomez. No, it might have been Billie Eilish. Someone he was trying to warn.
I think it was Billie.
And saying he
saying,
wanted to
"Don't."
protect her.
and he did apparently. Like he went out of his way to be like, I know you might be interested in going to that or answering this person's
Yeah.
call
Don't.
or have a meeting with this person. But yeah, the whole grooming and preying is so.
like
Here's the-
next level hideous, right?
Right, but and also like how many hours do these people have in a day? I mean, you're doing a concert
lot
and
of
then you're
work.
freaking off and then you're
Right?
writing songs maybe? I don't know, dating?
I mean, does he
But
sleep?
didn't, right? But didn't, weren't
There's
there
a lot
right?
happening.
But they're talking about like being up for 48
know.
hours. You're right. Like, how are you getting any work done? How do
Well,
you
what's
even
in the
go to
baby
the
oil?
studio?
I mean, what is in the baby
There's
oil?
gotta be something
Yeah.
in that baby oil.
His
Oh.
assistant said what it was, but also that assistant testified that they always had to have Diddy's, like Gucci, not crossbody, whatever, like his Gucci bag with his drugs in it. And he only bought drugs for him 5 times, he said, and the entire time he was employed by Diddy.
What?
That's what he said, that's what he testified to.
Was it a
He
gigantic bag?
testified, no, it was personal use only, it wasn't like for the party.
For the party.
And he said he only bought drugs 5 times for him, the whole time he worked for him.
I gotta tell you, it would be interesting to know if Johnson & Johnson took a hit, right? Like, is baby oil, like, do people like walk by baby oil and now you're like,
It's a great
"Oh,
question."
I'm gonna go with moisturizer, like, right? You know, you don't want that in your house.
No.
You have house
Right.
guests, they open up the
She's got the baby oil.
They're like, wow.
Get the car,
baby
let's
oil
go.
in her medicine cabinet. You know what I mean? Like, poor babies. We got babies' little bottoms that are
Yeah.
probably rashed.
Yeah, they're rashed because-
parents are like, I can't have that
I
stuff
can't
in my
have that
house.
image.
I can't
Right?
be seen buying
I can't
that.
I can't be a baby oil person.
Well, what do they?
And that volume, like
I know,
that to me was just,
insane.
It was, and I
So-
think
so-
there's, I don't know if it's in the baby oil or is a separate thing, but there's some horse tranquilizer.
oh yeah.
That's used.
Is that Special K meat? Something. I didn't want to act like I knew right away because
Yeah.
then it makes me look like I know too much.
I know,
Let's
right?
go to our drug expert.
Yeah,
What
so,
is it? What's it
Well,
called?
Dr. Nelson, but no, I mean, that's awful. And
Yeah.
think about the fact that they were literally taking advantage of young kids with,
Yeah.
so wrong.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I think that the layers of covering up, there are probably people that we would be so upset.
Oh, that's the thing.
I'm sorry, Diddy, but I'm not shocked that you got into this, sure, to that level. But if you find out like a Tom Hanks was at an
And his
Epstein
name's been
party.
bandied
Oh, yeah.
around.
If he was at
Oh,
a
yeah.
Diddy party, Tom Hanks,
I
that's
know.
Forrest Gump.
I know.
You know,
I know.
and he should be able to go to Diddy's parties, but
For a minute.
Right.
One appetizer.
one appetizer.
The
oh,
car is still running.
Yep.
Exactly, you gotta get out right away.
Honey, gotta go. Things look
But
like
things
they're getting freaky.
People like Ashton Kutcher, he's in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yep.
Well, he will be.
And didn't he have the big charity for the kids?
Yes,
I
all
mean,
for the kids.
What's
Oprah Winfrey.
another
This is-
one? The school for
Yes.
the girls.
Do you remember that? She had a school in
I
Africa.
know
and
she
the
had a school for the girls,
Haiti.
but
girls went
Haiti,
Haiti.
yeah.
Girls went missing.
no.
Yes.
At the
And-
parties?
No, not at the
At the
parties. At the
school.
school.
Oh, God.
Maybe at the parties. I mean, they're missing.
Have a
You
sip out of your
understand? I
chalice.
know. Let me just have a sip for a minute. I
Cha-
thought
chalice
Oprah
up.
brought girls from the school to the party and they went missing. And I really just lost it.
You gotta keep up. You
Whew.
gotta keep up.
Sorry, ladies. I'm sorry.
We're going
I know.
up. Now we're gonna go down.
And you know what? We're on a high pace. We are hitting the gas. We're
Right?
going.
Whew.
We're covering
I should have
everything we
coffee
can.
in here, maybe. Okay, sorry about that one.
Sorry about the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ellen DeGeneres has been
Yeah.
mentioned as
At the
possible.
parties?
It's possible sex trafficking, not so much the party.
And she gave up her U.S. citizenship, and Tom Hanks gave up his U.S. citizenship.
Interesting.
Things you just notice that go,
Things that make you go,
Right?
strange.
Like,
yeah.
Ellen,
I know.
be kind.
I know, what happened to that?
Right?
Right out the window.
Ellen, disappointing.
But what do you think? Do you think, I'm hoping that all of this craziness is gonna wake people up and they're gonna be a little more,
I hope you're right.
like a
I
little
think it
more, like if I
has.
had a daughter now, at like 12,
Mm-hmm.
like I'd like to think I would be vigilant anyway.
Right.
But this just, you just realize, I
You
guess
might
what
have
I'm trying.
conversations earlier than you would have because
Yeah.
of the reality of what we're learning
Exactly.
right now.
And it's like, it's different when you put a drug in my drink. I didn't say yes, that's not consensual. And that is
Totally.
also an interesting part of Diddy's.
Yeah.
Because Cassie kind of sounded like she was in on it. Like, okay, looking forward to the next one. Whereas there was one girl, she got interviewed by TMZ. She wanted a record label, and I believe she got out of there, but it was close. But she was catching on, and
Okay.
yeah, and she was like,
Something's not
another
right.
person who was sounding the bell for a long, long time, who didn't get as much credit as she should have, is from Danity Kane.
Oh,
The
what's her
pretty girl with the
name?
long hair.
Yes.
I can't think of her name right now.
That's gonna drive me crazy, because
Yeah,
I just
it'll
saw
come
her,
to
she's
you.
on like a botched show right now with Terry Dubrow.
Okay.
She's trying to take her lip
Down,
injections down.
down,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't think of her name, but yes.
So she was interviewed by Harry, Levin from TMZ.
Oh.
It is
yeah,
Harry, right?
Levin.
Yeah. And she was just like, she's so sassy, and good for
she's
her.
funny.
She's been saying this for years.
Yep, no one
He
listened.
was wicked. He was so mean to her. Like right on camera, like what are you trying to be, like the sexiest one in the group? Like I'm running a well-run machine, like class act
Yeah,
machine.
okay.
Yeah, and so
Please.
he just like was being really mean to her, and she sat there with her hair and everything. She was like, "I've been telling people for years, Harry." I mean, she was so like awesomely smart.
Yeah.
Right.
And she said, I would go up to people and I'd say, "He's not. He's not what you think he is, and you got to run." Back to Cat Williams. Run.
Yeah.
Protect.
And what did he
Yep.
say about all truths will be revealed
Yes,
in 2025?
which is really interesting because in the Catholic Church, not that I'm like super Catholic.
She is super Catholic. She is.
Yeah.
She is super Catholic, everybody. Super
Chalice.
Catholic. She is.
I got the chalice.
Chalice.
Well, I did get to go to CCD again with my son, so
See,
I
can't
got
get
it
enough.
going on.
It's
Yeah.
fresh.
But 2025 is considered a jubilee year in the calendar of, and it's a decided thing by the Pope.
Okay.
It's just whatever he gets the feeling, and it's supposed to have miracles, truths coming out, and he called it. Cat Williams called it in January and said all truths will come out in 2025. And I've been watching this because look at the careers that have just imploded. Okay, Jennifer Lopez.
God.
Down the dumper.
Right.
Completely.
Like,
she
right?
needs to check herself out for a little while and maybe
Maybe?
come
Do you
back.
think?
She's just.
I think
She keeps trying to do, and it's like no one's buying it. Nobody.
Well,
I know.
The-
Wasn't there a show that was canceled because ticket sales were so low?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
maybe that's your cue.
right. Like,
well,
Take a
and-
vacation.
And let's be honest.
and we
long
love a
one.
comeback. Come back to
Come back
us.
to
We'll
come
take
back
you.
to us. And I think she does look amazing, whatever.
Oh, she looks amazing.
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 But you know what? She's still 55. I mean, if you're a kid, if you're in your 20s, you'd rather look at
Right.
somebody else that's younger.
And she's tied to all of this, and I
She
have to think
is.
that there's.
Well,
She
some-
has to know. She has to
She
know.
has to know. She
How
was
could you
part of
not
it.
know?
This didn't start after her time
No.
with
Not
Diddy.
at all. And what's interesting is people always give Ben Affleck this sort of, I don't know, like he's, kind of the everyday man, he goes to Dunkin' Donuts and blah, blah, blah. And it's like he loves attention more than anybody.
Yeah.
He's all about himself. So the minute this whole Jennifer reunite thing started to go south,
Yep.
because it was going to affect his career or his image, out she went.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying it, Ben. Not buying it.
Nope.
And that poor Jennifer Garner. I mean, she's got to
I
run.
know.
What the hell?
Did you see they were just at a Red Sox game
Yeah.
together?
Yeah.
God bless her.
I know.
You got to figure she's thinking, I'm doing it for the kids.
$1,000,000%.
Classy. She's got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
but-
how the boyfriend feels about that, but
He's obviously a confident
yeah.
guy, right?
What about Cassie's husband, though? My God.
Oh, yeah.
He's
God
fabulous.
bless him.
He's fabulous.
Yeah, 'cause she-
Standing by her
Oh my
through all of this.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I know, that takes quite a...
I thought he was amazing. I
Yeah,
thought he
and
was
I'm
just
happy for
incredible.
her.
Me too.
Well, that's what made me sad about Virginia Jeffrey. Am I saying her name right?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So I don't buy that she committed suicide.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Nope. Nobody fights that hard. She was like the strongest one.
Oh my God, I know.
Ringing the bell. Nope, not doing it. Whatever. There's just no way. There's
No,
just no way. You
no.
don't fight that hard and then.
No.
And you talk about the payoffs. How many people were
Paid.
quieted, silenced, paid, and
How do you live with yourself, though? Do you not have any integrity at all? I mean, do you just say to yourself, I guess I can just be bought, I'll just
The
I
almighty
don't
live
know.
with that
The
forever?
almighty dollar. I
mean,
think you're right. It's awful.
It's disgusting
It's
that this is the
disgusting.
world we live in. It's really, it's sad. It's sad for us who grew up thinking totally differently.
Well, yeah, because I think that we all, loved the glamour.
Exactly,
and
the clothes.
The red carpet, and I'd be
Right.
like, oh my God, there's Diana
Yes.
Ross, even better than before. Like,
Yes.
and so maybe, on some level, we build a nicer picture
Right.
about everybody. But
We
this
feed
is
it.
like, for example, Kevin Hart was on the Kelly Clarkson show. And somehow,
Oh,
do
I
you
saw
remember
that.
this?
Yep, I saw that.
Somehow she says, well, believe it or not, I was offered an awful lot of money for things that I would never do. Like, I would never do. And he went like this.
He did, yes. That was crazy.
Right on camera, he just went.
We don't
So
talk
we
about
don't talk
Fight
about
Club.
it. No, no.
I mean,
I mean, these people must be like throwing back the Pepsid AC. I mean, they must be
how
like,
do you live with yourself?
I don't know.
I know.
How do you
Seriously.
sleep?
Right, knowing that these lists are like so close, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you see on the internet and like, this was Epstein's list, this was Diddy's list, but there are people,
Oh,
it
this
could
cross-
destroy
Definitely.
them.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
People that in some ways have already been destroyed, like Kevin Spacey.
Right.
He's already been.
Yeah.
I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's on both lists.
I'm gonna think he is.
What's
Right.
his name?
He had
is.
he had his little situation on Nantucket,
Ooh, I
you
know.
know?
Yeah.
Bad choices, Kev,
Exactly.
bad
Tucker.
choices.
Chris Tucker was on the plane to.
I don't know who Chris Tucker is.
He used to do those movies with. Hiya.
Jackie Chan?
There it is.
I love a visual.
I feel like we were just like on a game show
Yeah.
and you got the hint. And it was like
Thanks.
the thrilling
Yeah. Will Stephanie get it? Yes,
You did get it.
Jackie Chan.
for $500.
So, ladies, this obviously is a big, big topic, and we are getting close to the end of this particular podcast. Is there anything, little soundbite you want to throw in? Because we're probably going to have to meet again.
So I do have one funny story to share.
Throw it at me.
So I worked for the Red Sox for a couple of years. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't
I
know
was
that.
walking by, I took care of our corporate accounts. I was walking by the
course you
Reebok
did.
suite, and my client called me in, and usually it's something glamorous like the chowder's not hot enough, we need more duck sauce. Let's not go too far with my job at the Red Sox. I loved every second of it, but my client said, "Can you come in?" I walk in. Jay-Z's standing there, and I panic. I'm like, he said, "Show him your World Series ring." I show him. He goes, "Let's go show that to somebody else." We open the door, and who's sitting in the outdoor seats? He goes, "Diddy, come up here."
Stop it.
Comes up. Jay-Z gives me a noogie while he shows. I mean, I was that close to that animal.
That's crazy.
That was, I literally, and at the time, of course, I was like, oh my God, it's Jay-Z and Diddy, and
Right,
here I am in the
exactly.
middle.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And
That's exactly
is
what we've been
that-
talking
But
about.
if you, like,
Right.
I
Now look
didn't
at that.
know.
Thank
Now,
God.
he's not invited me to the cave, but in my head.
How do you know?
You don't know. Next thing you could have.
I have a mirror. He's not inviting me to the cave. But I'm telling you, when you think that I was that close to that
Oh my
depth of
God.
evil,
Yeah,
and,
no.
and how many people got sucked into
Well,
it?
that's the thing. It's
Exactly
it's
that.
such a
Exactly
dichotomy
that.
of like, wow, euphoria
Right.
to, oh my
Right.
God, trauma.
Right.
Right,
And like
right.
you said earlier, you want so much to get into that super exciting world
Oh, I
that
would
you
have
don't,
been, yeah.
and
I
then
would've
you're
been
knee
really
deep
dumb.
into it and you don't know how to get out.
I would have been so dumb. But they would have been like, we really like you. We want to touch you. Okay.
Yeah, you'd be like, how much
You
baby
would have.
oil?
You would have been so easy.
Right?
Easy to kidnap.
Oh,
so
I would
easy.
be missing for years.
Oh,
I'd be on
missing.
a lot
You'd
of
be
milk
in the
bottles.
tunnels.
Julie Nolan on the side of a milk bottle. Again?
Listen, thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we really like to break it down, have some fun.
all
But
about
this
the
is on hold because this story is still unfolding.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye.